The pile is still here. The saga continues. This is like, what day are we now? Thursday. And this pile's been here since last Thursday, I think. So obviously nobody thinks they need to empty the tea bags into the bin except me. So yeah, I did give in. I couldn't bear it any longer. The bottom tea bags were getting actually mouldy. And unfortunately, none of them got the point. So the tea bag thing might seem really silly, but I think my point I was trying to make to the kids was that things do not magically get cleaned up. There isn't a big fairy that comes around the house picking up all their shit. Someone actually does do it. I'm not sure if that actually filtered through to them though. We shall see. So I've got a lovely swollen knee. Really hurts all in here, and this is like a big lump. Can you see that? Big lump. And then it hurts like all around in here as well. I can hardly even see I've got a kneecap. This is all swelling. So I think it's off to the doctors for me. So I just spent half an hour in A&E waiting for someone to have a look at my knee. When I had my flexible cystoscopy in Bristol, I wrenched my knee. I think it was wrench. I'm not quite sure. I'm not a doctor, can't really say. But ever since then, I've been in agony with my knee. I can't bend it properly. I can't go down the stairs properly. I can't kneel on it. It hurts to do my clutch on the car. It's quite painful. It sort of like follows from like sort of my middle of my knee around to the back of my leg, and sometimes I get in pain going up my leg as well. Anyway, the nurse said that there wasn't a lot that she could do, that she felt that I've injured my lateral ligament in my knee, and that she felt that because I'd had the pain ongoing and that I was also getting some odd pain inside the knee, that I ought to go and see the GP about being referred to the knee clinic. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I've got an appointment with the GP, and hopefully they will tell me what the next stage is, because it's bad enough having fibro pain, never mind having knee pain on top of that. It's not great. This stair lift goes so slow I could probably have a kip. He's still here. Power nap. So, I finally got a new boiler. I've needed one for 4 years. I've had constant breakdowns, no heating in the winter, and finally my landlord realised it was far more economical to put a new one in. So I got this lovely new combi boiler. I've never had a combi one before, so this is brilliant, and I get instant water, which is fabulous. And it's economical. Yay! So I'm sat in the front garden. Thought I'd show you my planter whilst I was here. So my little cat Licorice is buried. Fortunately she had really bad kidney stones, passed away, bless her little heart. Anyway, following on from the boiler, thought I'd tell you a little amusing story that my son did with me yesterday. Here I got an umbrella. It started to rain. Well, actually I need rain. Why am I going for? I need rain. Anyway, I had an amusing conversation with him yesterday because I was saying, what do you think of the new combi boiler? It's great, isn't it? Because like you turn on the tap and we get instant heat. And he said, I already thought we had a combi boiler because when we turn on the tap we always had hot water. And I was like, that's because I used to always time it so there was hot water in the morning and hot water in the evening when you needed it. Oh, he said, I just thought we had a combi boiler already. And he was very complimentary about it. I thought it was quite a compliment. He just said it just goes to show you how good you were at sussing out when we needed hot water. I just thought it was amusing in a way because it's just another thing that the kids don't realise their parents do, I suppose. So I was a bit amused by it. Just one of them things. You know, I'm sat here with the rain on the umbrella and it's actually really relaxing. So it's quite nice really, even though it's raining. Although I don't really like the traffic. But it is very peaceful having the rain on the umbrella. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Nice, peaceful, nobody talking to me, just 10 minutes out before I cook the tea. Really simple dinner tonight. This is Tesco's Spanish Paella Rice. Then I have got 450 grams of diced chicken. Then I've got the finest Spanish chorizo sausage, and then I have bought the Tesco's paella seasoning, and then I have about 1500 millilitres of chicken stock made up according to the stock cube, what it says how much you need. It's a really simple dishes. I like this dish because when I'm not feeling very well with my fibromyalgia, it's like one of those ones that you can just shove in a pan. You can buy chorizo diced already if you want to save time, but I do like my chorizo sliced in my paella rather than diced, so that's the reason why I buy it as a sausage and I do it myself. I also have a kitchen stool that I use to sit on. I use this a lot when preparing food. Just helps rest my legs a bit. Anyway, very simple. This and this go in, fry it off a bit. You can put onion in if you want. Then you add the rice, then you add the packet, and you stir this packet until all these herbs are mixed into everything. And then you add your stock, bring it to the boil, then turn it down to simmer, put the lid on, and then you just keep testing it. It'll absorb all the rice, and you want it to be sticky but you want the rice to be cooked. So I always make a little bit too much stock in case I need to add a bit more later on. Very simple dish, very simple dish. My family love this dish actually. So as you can see, this is just the chicken and the chorizo and the onion cooking. Very good. So I've just added all the spices to the rice, ready to add the stock. So the paella is now cooking with its lid on. I can't really give you a time, guys, for how long this is going to take to cook because I've got an induction hob, and I find that my induction hob has a tendency to cook things much quicker than a conventional ceramic hob or gas hob, and so how long mine would take wouldn't necessarily be how long yours take. All I can say is keep an eye on it, don't wander off. This will come up to the boil quite quickly and then it will start to absorb the rice, and the aim is to absorb all the rice for the mixture to be sticky and for the rice to be cooked. Now, If the rice isn't cooked, add more stock. Like I said, I always make more than I need. Add more stock, let it cook for a little longer. Keep it on slightly lower heat so it's steaming more than cooking, and then you will find that you will get your rice cooked with the right consistency. So your paella should be sticky when you move it around with the spoon, and you'll know as soon as you start moving it around, you'll know exactly what I mean. Okay, so this is my slimming mocha that I do for people who are on a diet. Well, I'm on a diet at the moment, but I normally am. Anyway, this slimming one, I'm just using my decaf percolated coffee, and I'm using this Percol Decaf, which is Columbian. It's actually really nice. And then I use one of these Cadburys Highlights. Now the reason why I buy sachets is I'm not very good at judging a heat teaspoon, and I reckon I was putting probably 3 times as much as I needed to, and there's only 38 calories in one of these, and it's plenty. So you just put this into your cup of choice. Then half of your coffee, give it a good stir around, make sure it's all mixed together really well. Then add the rest of the coffee, and then I top it off with some skim milk. Now as a treat, occasionally I will add a squirt of low fat squidgy cream on top, and it is yummy. And that is about 2.5 thins if you're on Slimming World. Now if you want to be really simple, you can add some of this. It gives you a little extra chocolatey flavour, and this is like 14 calories per teaspoon, so it's hardly anything. So I usually have about a teaspoon just to add a bit of extra treat. And for an extra treat, I will add some of this, and this is like an extra treat. This is only if I've got sins available, if I'm using Slimming World. If I'm not using Slimming World, I quite often will have this because it's only a tablespoon that you use, and it just makes the most amazing mocha in the world. About £3, and I only found it in Sainsburys, this flavour. You probably could get it online. I've got quite a few flavours, but this is one I got in Sainsburys. Yummy low fat mocha, ready to drink whilst I wait for my paella to cook. Stingray, stingray.